Hi, good morning. Um, anyway, I'm Sandy, and I'm here today with my guest,
Justice, how you doing?
Justice. Yeah, he's awesome. He's gonna be sharing his thoughts of the challenges of being houseless. So, what are some of the challenges
Some of
that
the
you see?
challenges here in Hawaii. Wow, where do we start? Because there's so many. But we just start with the basic ones. Housing. We
Yeah.
need housing, affordable housing for everybody. As I was saying earlier,
Yes.
it's not fair that people got to work two, three, four jobs just to afford the rent. I mean, come on now.
Yes.
This is not cool.
Right. It's
Okay, and
true.
then another thing that's a challenge that I noticed is the so-called shelter that they got here over here in the
Mm.
kind. What's it called over here?
KO,
Yeah,
Kauai
KEO.
government.
Oh man, what a joke! What a joke! That place is. I won't even go there no more, ever. But anyway, it's like, and the reason why is because how they run it, how it's operated. It's like these people have no feelings. Um, they're not really helping the people. They're really not. Because you think about it, there's
Mm-hmm.
365 days in a year.
Right.
365.
Right.
And under those 365 days, how
Mm-hmm.
long are you allowed to stay in that shelter? 42 days. 42.
Wow, out of
Okay?
365.
Out of 365, I mean, you do the math. So what? The rest of the time, it's like, hey, good luck. You know what I mean?
Right,
That's basically what they're
right.
saying. And then another thing, um, like there's no like in the shelters, with the shelter, you can't store nothing, man. You know what I mean?
Okay,
There's
so
no storage
no
allowed,
storage.
right? So even if you was like staying there the 42 days,
Mm-hmm.
whatever you got, you gotta bring with you. You can't leave there
I see. So it's just you come,
and you go.
and you go.
They kick you out in the morning. You know what I mean? And
What
then
what time you guys gonna leave in the morning?
it's like 7 in the morning.
By by
Yeah,
7 a.m. you gotta be gone.
yeah. And I think the check-in starts at like 5, and then yeah, and then the check-in process is a joke too. And because like, okay, there's something like I believe 18 spots or 19 spots that they have, right? That they
Right.
allow
Yeah, I heard
to people
19.
to sleep.
Right.
So if a family of like 3 families coming with 5 kids, that's pretty much the whole thing. So anybody else is single, and
Right.
they're not getting no bed. I ain't got no problem. Baby need a bed.
Right.
I'd rather just go ahead and give it to the baby. I ain't got no problem with it.
Yeah.
But how they, it's just weird how they just operate stuff. It's not good.
Right. Because just a thought that, like you said, when family come in, they went out of beds,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
you as being a single, but I
But
appreciate
so
that you
it's
said give it to the big,
yeah.
the kids, but that
But
it
but
seems like they don't have
everybody
enough
should have a
rooms.
bed to sleep in, or at least a dry space to chill. Now,
Right.
here's another thing that I think that the so-called shelter needs some improvement. Okay, um, 7 o'clock in the morning, it's pouring. What if it's pouring? Then where you going?
Mm-hmm.
Where you gonna go? 7 in the morning.
Right.
Okay, you ain't got nowhere to go. You're gonna be wet, and
So
if you get wet, you're gonna get sick. And you know what I mean? Like,
right.
so it's like, it's crazy. So what I was thinking was they need something like a way station. What's a way station? A way station is on a place where the shelter is,
Mm-hmm.
and so people that ain't got no place to go, they
Right.
got a place they can go. They can go there, they can warm their food up, they can watch TV. It's just a place to get out of the elements.
I see.
You know what I'm saying? That would be very, very useful. Very.
Yeah, I like that idea.
I
That's a
told you I
really.
got tons of
I
them.
know.
All you need
I
to do
know.
is ask me. I'll
I
give you the answer.
I know you got really good ideas. Yeah, because that's like you said too. If you gotta leave at 7 o'clock and it's pouring
Where you
rain,
going?
where you gonna go?
Where
But
you
stand
going?
out
To
there
the
in the rain.
bar? You go with the chickens. They be
Yeah.
out there going, hey. They
'Cause
look
it's
at you and be like,
actually.
yo, what you doing here, man?
Yeah,
You
'cause
in my
it's.
space.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. What else? Other challenges. Um, I guess you can say the stigma that you get when you houseless. Oh, and let's correct the houseless issue too. I
Mm-hmm.
say houseless. I'm not saying I'm homeless. I'm an Earthling. I was born on the planet Earth
Yes.
in this galaxy.
Yes.
Okay, and so with that being said, if I'm a child of God and God created all of us and we His children,
Yes.
so that means that planet Earth is my home. It don't matter
Right.
where I'm at.
Right.
Home is where the heart is, right?
Correct.
So,
Yes.
so
You're
I
right.
always got a home. I
Right.
just ain't got no house right now.
Right.
So I'm houseless.
Right. Not homeless.
Not homeless. I got a home.
Yes. And that's
We all
good. That,
do.
yeah, that's true. We all do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I like that you clarified that for
Well,
me because we, a lot of, because they do identify people who doesn't have a home as homeless,
Mhm.
right? But it's actually not homeless, but
mhm,
I don't have a
it's
house.
houseless. So
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you got no house.
Yeah.
I'm like I said, I'm a land turtle, land whole new.
Yeah.
That's my house right there.
Yeah.
But it's all good.
Yeah.
Let's see another problem.
What about the
The
jobs?
stigma,
Oh,
the
sorry.
stigma
Okay, go.
with the okay. When you become a land turtle, a land honu,
Mhm.
you wear a backpack, you get the stigma that A, you ain't shit, B, you're a dope addict or a fiend, and you're a
Yeah.
thief, and you're a you know what I mean? Like you ain't, like people just treat you weird. They really
Right.
do, right? But that's if you like kind of dress kind of like on
So
a
you.
not clean
you
and
seem-
stuff like that.
Right.
But I've noticed that when I dress like this with a nice shirt, oh, I get a lot of respect. Even if I got a goddamn backpack on, people
Yeah.
treat you nice when you dress nice.
Oh, I see.
Even if you're houseless. But
Yeah.
for the most part,
And I can relate to that in many ways in my own too, of your appearance. A lot of
Yeah.
people judge you upon the way you appear.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's
But
sad.
what
too.
people don't realize though, it's not the way you dress.
Right,
It's the way you manifest, the things that you do and you feel and you express.
right.
You know what I mean?
Right. True. Yeah.
That's why you ain't supposed to judge nobody. Don't judge nobody. Because when you
Don't
do
judge
this,
nobody.
look, when you do this,
Yes.
when you point that finger, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, people don't realize they got 3 fingers pointing right back at them. So they should look at themselves before they do this.
Yes. Yeah. That's true.
Absolutely.
Yeah. In everything.
I
Not
go
only.
through it all the time. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
you know, but I'm used to it.
Yeah.
That's all good. I don't take it
You're
personal.
a survivor.
It's business.
Yes, business.
It's God business.
Yeah. Awesome. So, any other challenges that you may have seen or come across? I mean, like, I'm glad that you brought
Yeah,
up
jobs
show.
is kind of rough because see, when you go out there, see, I can't work right now because I'm disabled. Okay, I'm disabled and I'm going through some stuff with the state right now. They're being retarded, but it's all good because I'm standing my rights, standing for I'm standing up for my rights.
Good.
And you know, it's difficult because, especially for me, because my condition is pretty painful, so I stay in pain a lot. You know what I mean? And like, I'm a veteran too, and it's like, yeah, it's a trip. But that's another story. The cops here aren't too bad. They're not like the real, like, even if you houseless and you walking with a backpack, they don't really like treat you no different really than anybody else. So they're pretty
Yes,
nice,
that's
considering.
nice. Yeah,
And that's a
that's
nice
good.
thing to say, cops. And I'm telling you, I don't trust none of y'all motherfuckers. I'm telling you, where I come from, we don't even deal with you. But here is a whole different reality.
Yeah.
You see, how it is, right?
Yeah.
You know, so it's cool.
Yes.
So I ain't got no problems. What else?
Right.
Jobs. Trying to get a job and be in a house is almost impossible.
Yeah.
Like you need decent rest, right?
Right. Right.
So like, I know people do it, but it's pretty difficult. I did it for a while when I was able to work and stuff before, when I was here last time, you know, like 8 years ago.
Yeah.
I was houseless and I was doing it. You know, it's
Yeah.
hard, but hey, I had to do it.
Yeah.
I had to eat. My baby
Yeah.
needed a new pair of shoes. I'm talking about these shoes. These feet here.
But you're a survivor and you're doing it. So, but I'm glad that thank you for sharing your thoughts and actually what you see, especially with the shelter piece.
Oh,
That was
boy.
good that you shared that because we don't know,
They're
what the
trip.
program.
They're
I
trip.
mean, we figured that everything is good, but there obviously there is a problem with that. Too.
Yeah.
And it's nice that you pointed out too of being, the stigma of being homeless, but it's not being homeless; it's being houseless. So,
Right.
yeah,
Right.
but so thank you for sharing
Yeah.
with me.
Is there another question
Yeah.
or anything?
No,
Good.
we're good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank
Well,
you.
shoots. Aloha.
Aloha.